Hey guys, it's Lauren and we've got Jay also on the line, and we're doing a training today for your post-event follow-up chat. I think this is one of the most, if not the most important part of the whole system. So, you've got someone interested, you've like built relationship and rapport with someone and they're interested in what you do, and you've got them from interested to, saying less to more people and having a look at what we do. Maybe they've seen a live event, maybe they've seen a Zoom event, and then they've seen it, they like it, and instead of really just, I guess, instead of trying to answer all their questions via message or, trying to be the expert ourselves, I think it's really important in the beginning especially that you have a post-event follow-up chat at all times. But in the beginning, really link up with your upline or your mentor or whoever's helping you in this business and reach out to them and get them involved in the first couple, and then continue these with your new people and then continue teaching your team to do the same. In this call, it's really imperative that you get down to the nitty-gritty of what they want from this. This is not a how-to call. This is not a, get start strong call. This is they've seen something, they're interested, and they might have loads of questions, but here you're really getting down to what they want from this business and what that could be. So for me, if you've got someone interested, I still do a few with Adam, but I think Jay is really good at definitely getting me involved, especially in the beginning of this business when you're kind of like a bit clunky and you don't really know what you're doing. And I'm still like that sometimes. And to give, all it does is really edifies it and gives it social proof that really this is about community and really us. You don't need to be the expert. You just need to call upon someone that might have a little bit more experience than you do. So this call is to really ask some really, really key questions, and what Linda Evenden would say is be the master asker. And there's some key questions that I want to go through. So this is a step-by-step process on how to do that post-event follow-up chat. I'm going to be the franchisee and Jay is going to be the new prospect that I have on the call. And as a new person and as your upline is asking the questions, it's not your job to sit there and be like, oh, this is awesome, I don't have to do anything. It's your job to have a pen and paper, and really take notes of those key questions to ask and be teachable, and be willing to learn the steps and the process about that. So I'm going to ask Jay some cool questions, and I want you guys to really take notes on how to do this call so then you can teach your future team in the future. So the first port of call is when I get someone on the call is to really build rapport with them. So I'm going to ask them things about them. I'm going to ask them, tell me a little bit more, and then shut up, and take notes. And so for this, Jay is going to play that part of when she first came into the business. So Jay, welcome. So tell me a little bit about you. Obviously I know you're a mama of 2 girls, but, tell me a little bit more about you. Work, not working. Tell me about the kids. Tell me about what you've done in the past.
Okay, so at the moment I'm working part-time just at a gym with my 2 kids. One's in school, one's in daycare, and I'm just basically spending all my money on daycare fees.
Awesome. So how long have you worked at the gym, and how old are the kids?
I've been there now for about 6 months, and I have a little one that's 3 in daycare and one that's 13 and she's in high school. Awesome.
And is that what you've always done? What do you love? What did you do before the gym?
I've always just been a stay-at-home mum, just worked part-time to pay the bills.
Awesome. And tell me I don't want to say a single mum, but you're an independent mama?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. And always been like that, or from pretty early on?
Yeah, pretty much the whole time.
Awesome. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to be me again. So Jay's not giving me one word answers, which is quite common, especially if they're a cold market person, which Jay was. to me in the very beginning. So really you just want to dig a bit deeper, ask some more questions, and you can see that if I just dig a bit deeper and ask some more questions that, you know, she'll start to open up a little bit more and tell me, you know, a little bit more about her life. And you don't want to dig too deep, you know, definitely you don't want too many tears on the first call that they go running for the hills, but, you know, ask some more good questions and don't try to like fill the gaps. Don't try to fill the awkward silences, because guess what? You're asking them good questions. Fill it with a question and then get them to answer, and just take notes and get to learn. If, you know, if I learnt her kids' names like Maddie and Harper, you know, I know that they're however old they are, and I know they go to school, and I know she's a single mom. You know, it's about building rapport and that relationship from the beginning. So back into character. So Jay, tell me, you know, I guess for you, what was it about the business that really caught your eye? Obviously, you know, we met on Facebook in that group, you know, so what was it about, you know, what I posted that really, I guess, got your attention and resonated with you?
When I just seen that you posted something about working from home, and I'd be able to make money from staying at home with the kids.
Yeah, awesome. And what part about that really like got your attention?
Just having some extra income, really.
Yeah. And what would really make a difference to your life? You know, I guess right now, obviously being a mama that does work, and you just said all your money pretty much goes to daycare and school fees. You know, what kind of dollar figure would help you guys out right now and make a difference?
Anything to start with.
So like, what's anything? And I think, you know, guys, if I go backwards, it means I'm myself again. When someone says anything, it's really easy to just brush past that. But it's really important that you get them to be specific, because as Simon Mitchell says, specificity is key, to get them to really envision what would help them and then to understand how that would help them. So for you, yeah, like what does anything mean? You know, like $100, $2, like $1,000, like what would really help you guys out, like a week, a month, and yeah, how would that make life different?
I guess if I could get like an extra $100 a week, that would be great. That would be a great start.
Awesome. And $400 a month, like what would that help out with? What would that really help you with?
Yeah, that could just help with rent or even groceries every week.
Yeah. And is that what kind of, you know, struggling with right now? Is that what money goes towards? And then obviously the little luxuries?
Well, there isn't really any money for luxuries.
Yeah.
It's just I'm always trying to find next week's bill money.
Yeah. And what's that bill that you'd love, like that you get scared with in the mail that you just love to taken care of?
Probably our rent would be the biggest killer, and daycare fees.
Yeah, awesome. And tell me, how much is daycare fees and how much is rent, just so I can get a grasp on like how much it is actually to live a life, you know, live in a day of your life.
So my rent alone is $400 a week.
Yeah.
And then daycare fees, I've only had my little girl in daycare 2 days because that's all I could afford. So I was paying $100 a week for daycare.
Okay, cool. Wow. Daycare's expensive, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I guess I was a nanny. So I was paid a pretty good wage to take care of children, and that was only 2. And that, you know, but I guess I'm not a mum myself, but I really, I guess, resonate with that because, yeah, I couldn't think of anything worse than working to pay for someone else to raise my baby.
Yeah, definitely.
So again, just building rapport. You know, I'm not a mum, but I recruit a lot of mums, so I have to really get down on their level of, you know, what it is, and build some rapport and build some connection. You know, people aren't going to join you or they're not going to buy anything from you unless they know, like, and trust you first. And if you build enough rapport and you really get to someone's level and understand where they're coming from, then it's really easy for them to, I guess, open up and share more with you. So I guess, you know, right now what I've done is I've built some rapport. We've kind of broken the ice. She's let me know a little bit about her. I've shared something about me also. I've also then asked her what resonated with her. So I've got to know her a little bit more, and the fact that, you know, she's a mum. she wants to stay home with her kid. That's what really resonated with her, to earn money at home. Okay, it wasn't the product that resonated with her, it wasn't that. So I'm really going to talk to her about earning money from home as a mum and how that could fit into her day. So I guess, for me, I help loads of mums in this business, and one of our amazing mentors is actually a mum herself, Linda. She's a mum. When she started this business, she was a mum of 3 under 4, which I just can't even fathom. And to see what she's been able to create, and to see so many mums, I think mums really resonate with this business because there's not much opportunity out there if you want to earn a good income, or you fight the guilt of, do I go back to work and go into daycare, or, do I stay home with the kids and take a pay cut? And I guess as a single mum, you really don't have that choice because you don't have someone else's income to help you provide, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. So the next question, I'm not going to actually ask her that. The next question I then go to is trying to help them gain like a bit of a vision. So sometimes for some people, it's really hard to even grasp. It was for me, to even grasp what was possible, but, to help them understand of what could be possible. So, Jayla, obviously you've seen the van and you've heard some awesome stories and things like that. I guess for you to be successful in this business, short term and long term, like what would that look like for you? What would you love to be able to create, short term and long term in the future?
Okay, so short term, I'd just be happy to have some help with my rent and with the bills, and know that I had that bit of income coming in, extra income coming in every month, just to help me along. And long term, I guess I'd like to be able to stay at home with the kids and not have to worry about daycare and work at all.
Awesome. So what about when they're in school? What's the big vision? Like how would you see your life if, money was no object? I guess that's the biggest thing. If you had, all the money you needed to live, and then I guess you've gone without like luxuries for so long, like what would you love to be able to, do when the kids are in school, or like family holidays, or what would you love to be able to give your girls and yourself?
Probably to have our own home, to be able to buy our own home would be great, and have them be able to go on family holidays. Like, holidays aren't really much of an option for us at all at the moment. So if we could have a holiday, that would be great.
Awesome. I love it. And where would you go? Where would you take the kids? Where would you take yourself?
Maybe back to Canada. We have family there. We've been there once before, so it'd be nice to be able to go back.
Love it. And I guess for you, doing what you're doing now, and I guess, if you were just to carry forward with your life, do you really feel like having your own home and going on those family holidays and taking the girls back to Canada, would that be possible?
Oh, not at all. Like I said, I can hardly make ends meet at the end of each week, paying my rent and just the normal bills, the groceries and electricity. There isn't any money to save. So I don't think I'd be able to buy a house at all, ever.
No, awesome. So again, you've kind of, like Jay kind of gave me a fluffy answer at the beginning, stay at home with the kids. And it's like, well, I know Harper won't be at home for that much longer and Maddie's already in school. So it's like, well, what's your bigger vision? What would you love to be able to create? If, like, a cool question is, if money was no object, if you had enough money to pay the bills and do that, how would you spend your time? What would you love to do? It's getting him, because so many people have stopped dreaming. It's getting people into that mindset of, what, this is what I do and this is what I do. And it's really, really important to have that. And what about, and then I guess going on from that is like shorter term vision is good too, to be able to have something that they can like visually see short term happening. So earning that extra $400, earning that $500. So because people, especially in this day and age, are really, really, really connected to instant gratification. So it's really important that you create that shorter term vision and that longer term vision for them. But you saw her start to be like, oh my God, maybe I can own my own house, and maybe I could do this. And you see people start to open up and start dreaming again. So And what about in the next 30? So obviously, you know, I'm definitely, I love hearing, you know, that about your house and taking the kids back. I love travel, you know, and I love Canada and things like that. So, you know, that's really awesome to hear. But I guess for you, you know, I definitely, our business isn't a get rich quick scheme. You know, I definitely didn't, you know, make thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars and, you know, leave my job in 10 weeks. It took me 14 months to be able to create a really sustainable, strong income from this. But I definitely feel like, you know, if you have desire, which I get you do, you know, I can hear you've got desire. If you're willing to be teachable and if you're willing to do some stuff, definitely this business takes work. You know, you can achieve anything in this, and you can, you know, in the next 12, 18 months, 2 years, have your own house and, you know, be on the road to that. And I think, you know, it's really important to identify that, you know, if nothing changes, nothing changes. And I definitely, someone asked me that, you know, no one's going to be like knight in shining armor. You have to go and, you know, I guess create your own change in your life. So that's awesome. And what about in the next 30 to 60, 90 days, you know, to like if you were to give this half an hour a day, you know, in your stolen moments, I know you work and I know you got 2 kids, but really it's just about consistency. If you were to give it, you know, an hour a day, and I held your hand and I helped you with this business, I can't do it for you, but I can definitely help you if you are willing. What would like be awesome to see in your bank account in the next 90 days to say, you know what, that is worth it, and to really give this a strong yes?
I guess if I could just get the money back for my product and like to cover the cost of my product, maybe like $1,000.
Awesome. Do you think the product's $1,000? I'm kidding. No, that's awesome. And I guess, you know, then it's risk free, right? And I think it's really awesome in the first 10 days, you know, I can help you earn back your business fee, and I can help you earn back, you know, your cost of your product, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Awesome. And then what about beyond that? If you could earn the money back from your product, then, you know, what would you love to see land in your bank account? If you could earn your money back in your product in your first like week to 30 days, like what would you love in the next 90 days?
I'd be happy with like $1,000 a month. That would be really good for us.
So obviously, you know, I'm going to send you another link that shows you a little bit more about how we get paid and what that looks like. But honestly, you know, if you're just willing to be teachable, and $1,000 a month really is you and like your customer base, and then helping, you know, a couple of other people in this business. So, you know, $1,000 a month is completely achievable. You know, if again, you have desire and you're willing and you're teachable.
Yep. Awesome.
Awesome. So go, sorry.
No, so what do I have to do?
Awesome. So I guess like the only last thing is like, what else do you need to know to make an excited decision to get started with our team?
Not much. I think you've covered everything. Just, you know, what's the next step, I guess?
Awesome. So here it's like, you know, you've done the progression of questions now, and so many people like balk at the thought of asking that last one. I know I did in the beginning, but it's so important to really sell this. And so sometimes I'll be like, business is booming, we're looking for amazing people. Like, what else do you need to know to make an excited decision to get started? And what you understand then is what kind of person, again, that they are. So you go back to BANK, the acronym, BANK, blueprint, action, nurturer, knowledge. Okay. Are they like, if someone's like, well, I need to know more about the product, because like we don't tell everyone everything, right? You understand, okay, maybe they're a knowledge person, or I need to know the science, or I need to know how much we get paid for off every retail profit order and all this sort of stuff. Or, you know, I want to know more about the community, and you kind of think, okay, maybe they're a nurturer. So you invite them along to a live event, or you invite them along to another event or a team training where they can see the community that we have. You start to understand, well, if they're a blueprint person, right, they're going to ask, well, tell me the map. What do I need to do? How many points do I need? What is the breakdown of the points? What is this? What is that? You start to go, okay, you know, they're asking for more information on a blueprint, right? So they're a blueprint person. Or if they're like, Jay, What else do I need to know? Like, how do I sign up? Where do I sign up? Where's the dotted line? Right, they're in action. Just get out of my way and I'll do it. So if someone has questions then and there and they want to know more about something, then you know what you need to give them. But if you don't ask that question, then you kind of live in no man's land. Yeah, you kind of live in this like, oh, are they interested? Are they not? I don't know. Like sometimes it can be hard. So it's really important to ask that question. Okay. So what was your answer again?
What do I need to do next?
Awesome. So when someone's like that, honestly, I'm just like, well, I'm so excited to welcome you to the team. You know, from everything you've shared with me, you know, obviously short term, I can't wait to help you earn that $1,000 and rent not to have to be an issue. But long term, like I can't wait to, you know, see you buy your first house and have something for your kids. I think it's really awesome. That you're, you know, saying yes is the first step. It's exciting. I know when I said yes in my business, I had no idea what was possible, but, you know, step by step, it's pretty exciting. So I guess the first steps is I'll welcome you to the team and I'll send you a little welcome message. Is that cool if I send you that?
Yep, sure.
Awesome. So again, I'm getting permission off her. I'm not just sending all this shit and adding her to team pages and overwhelming the crap out of her, because I get she's a bit shy and, you know, that could like overwhelm people. So it's really important that you get permission off people, right? They're interested, they're ready to join up and sign up to the team, but you don't want to then go and overwhelm them with all this crap. So I'm going to send you a welcome message, and I'm also going to add you to just one of our first team pages, which is Team Illuminate. Are you cool with that too?
Yep, that's cool.
That's kind of how we you share some stuff, and, you know, team promotions are in there and all the trainings and lots of like pin post links and stuff like that to help you on your way. But I guess the first, there's 3 steps to getting started strong. Honestly, if you're ready and you're excited to get started, then the first step is being a product to the product. And that is ordering your own product. I can take care of that for you. And then I just want you to get a notebook that you just dedicate to your business. And in the front, I'm going to tell you what to write, and you're just going to track your way to that first main position, which is DVF and SDVF. Yeah, and every new order, I'll show you how to track it, but every new order you're going to write, because the VO can be really overwhelming. Yeah, and it looked like Japanese to me in the beginning. So you just it's just a really easy way, and what you can then teach your team to do is the same. So ordering your product, I can help you with that. I think it's really important to be a product to the product. So taking both of our products. So these are our capsules, and then you get the kids free chews with that. So Harper or Maddie, you can sponsor to take the product as well. If you do sponsor your older one, they can take the capsules. So can Harper if she can swallow them, but I'm probably not sure about that. And then our complete also. And I think it's really important. These are sold in 60 or 120. It's really important to be a product to the product so you can share the benefits of taking both products with people. You know, when they come to you, I think, you know, you wouldn't go and share a cool restaurant if you'd never eaten the food there. Or seen a movie, you know, that you've never seen before and stuff like that. So being a product to the product is the first step, and then I'll add you to that team page and also our product program page, which is where you'll add customers into. That's your resource to, you know, help market the product and program. The second step is definitely helping you find your first couple of customers. So are you excited to do that?
Yeah, sure. How do I go about finding my first customers?
Awesome. Good question. So I'm going to help you with a first post. I think, you know, you're going to start to think of people in your life, you know, friends and family, probably first and foremost, which is your warm market. You know, the people that you know, love and care about that you might be thinking of, you know, that might benefit from this product. Maybe they have health concerns. Maybe they've got kids that are fussy eaters, whatever. It's not about going to spew on them. You know, it's definitely nothing about that. But you're going to have people that you think about, and I can help you with how to reach out to those people. But in the initial beginning, utilizing social media is really key. And I'll help you with a first post to get people's interest and pique curiosity. Are you cool with that?
Yeah, cool. That sounds good.
Awesome. I'll send you an example first post and some cool pictures so you don't really need to think about it. All I say is social media is really important. Be authentic, you know, and make it your words. So I'll send you an example, but just make it sound like you and put your spin on it. And all you're going to do is share what you're excited for about taking the product. So there's things you shared with me before, like, you know, skin, getting your kids to eat more fruits and veggies. You know, you're fussy, so you eating more fruits and veggies and more energy and stuff like that. So you're just going to share, I'll share the example with you, and you're just going to share your version of that.
Yep.
And then I'll hold your hand and help you with those responses if and when people become curious, and I'll help you with those first couple of conversations.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. And so that's 2. And then the third step, honestly, is just if you really want to start strong and start earning, you know, that income and start striving towards those goals, a launch event is really important. Now, you're like, oh my God, what is that? It can sound scary. I do the event. All I get you to do is start thinking about people in your life, friends and family that you might just want support from, your dream team. So who else, you know, is entrepreneurial, business-minded, glass half full people? Who else are the, you know, the dream keepers of the world? Then you've got people that resonate with you. So who else is a single mama? Who else is a mum working, not loving their job? Who else, you know, is in your shoes that might kind of find this business or this product really interesting? And then maybe people that are interacting with your Facebook posts. So if you just start to think about and really jog your memory, get your phone out, your Facebook, whatever, start to write those people down, and then we just invite for the event. So I do the event. It's just about sharing the product, the business, and honestly, we have some cool verbiage around how to invite, and it's as simple as that. You know, you invite some people along. If you invite 20, maybe 3 to 5 might come. And then it kind of starts the ball rolling. You know, people just come and have a look at what you're doing. They know it's okay. They see what you're excited about. And then, you know, we can move on from there.
Yeah, okay. I can do that.
Awesome. So I'll send you that message. And then, we'll get your product order done. If you order, you know, today, it should be with you by the end of the week. You're in Brisbane. And then I'll send you, as we move along slowly, I'll send you some cool team trainings and things like that. And I'll help you, you know, get started strong, and we'll go from there.
That sounds really good. Thank you very much.
Exciting. Feel like you're signing up all over again.
I kind of want to sign up again.
So what I did there, right, is like, you want to make it simple, and I'm getting permission. I'm not throwing her into all these groups, and she's like accepting. I'm like, what? Why am I in this group? What is even in this group? Honestly, in the beginning, I like drip feed it. You're going into my team page, and you're going into the JBT program. So you can kind of get a feel for what it is. I explain what it is. I ask, is it okay that I put you in there? Yep, awesome, cool. And I kind of get a feel of the person she is. She's okay. So I'll be like, okay, you know, I'm going to put you in Team Freestyle. This is my mentor's page. Are you cool with that? Yep, awesome. Right, we go from there. And those 3 simple steps: order your product, be a product of the product. I explain why it's important. I ask, you excited to find your first couple of customers? Yes, awesome. This is how we do it. And then your launch event. Now, I explain, it could sound scary, but I promise you it's me doing it. I'll help you invite, and why we invite, and why you'd want to do that. If you give people enough purpose as to why they're doing something, it never becomes an issue, or you can help them through that, right? It's not an expectation that they do it, but it's really just, this is why we do it, to help you with those goals that you first talked about. And now you have a stake in the ground. So whenever Jay would go missing, whenever, you know, she's having a bad day, you have things to take her, to tie her to why she's doing this. Could she still leave? Yes. Okay. But I know that she wants to own her own home. I know that this business is important to her because she's not loving her job, and she's a single mum with 2 kids, and she wants to go on more family holidays, and she wants to be, you know, the best role model to her girls that she possibly can. Right? And she just told me that if life goes the way it's going right now, she's not going to be able to do that. So you have something that ties people to this then, and that's their stake in the ground. So I'm not BSing when I say it's like a horse, right? It's like an actual stake in the ground. I only say this because I have horses. It's like that stake in the ground, and you tie a horse to a stake, and things will distract them, and things will spook them, and they'll run this way and that way. But I promise you, if you have the stake in the ground, they'll always come back to it. They'll always come back to it because they're tied to it and it's important to them. Yeah, usually because there's food there. So it's really important that we have this conversation, because again, you're introducing your new people to your upline. You're learning and teaching other people when you do it. So from here, I'd be like so excited to meet you. You know, thank you so much for your time. I'll be in contact in our group message, and we'll go from there. Awesome. So yeah, so hopefully this helps you guys with doing your calls. And again, if I'm not your direct upline and you're not doing these, I think you're missing a really important link to the whole process. And we talk about the system that works, not to be funny, but to honestly really reinstate to you guys that we have a system and it works. So this is really a crucial part of it. So thanks, Jay.
No worries.
Awesome.